Hey guys, it's Maxie here and welcome to another edition of TEW 2016. You join us now in July 2021, 5 years on in the save that started on day one of TEW 2016, and we have the greatest named pay-per-view in WWE history, The Bash. Great creativity there, WWE. Should be a good show. It's the Smackdown brand that is, of course, running this show, so hopefully storylines make sense and it puts us firmly on the road to what will be hopefully a blockbuster pay-per-view next month for SummerSlam. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I'm quietly optimistic it's going to be a good show. Hopefully it can follow in the footsteps of Battleground, lost pay-per-view last week, and of course the one before that, of course the Mixed Match Challenge, which was very good as well. So we've got a 58,980 attendance at the Soldier Field. I want to say it's in Chicago, Illinois. I'm not sure. But anyway, opening contest, pre-show bout. I had some decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. Guys not on the main card, so really thrusted together in here. And a team of Grand Metalik, Mustafa Ali, Rey Mysterio, and a Man of the Hour, Lio Rush, defeated Jake Hager, Shelton Benjamin, Sheamus, and Zack Sabre Jr. in 9:48 when Lio Rush defeated Sheamus by pinfall with a Dragon's Call. So a B-75, unfortunately. Mustafa Ali was off his game. Performance-wise, very good from Grand Metalik and Zack Sabre Jr. The rest are kind of getting to that level. You can see slowly but surely. Lio Rush is getting there. Ali's been quite difficult to get over. And yeah, decent actually as well from Shelton and Jake Hager as well. A few skill improvements, but the babyfaces start the show off in a good way. We then have a hype video for Tetsuya Naito as he is in action next on the pre-show, so that got a B79, still trying to build him up, because I don't just want to chuck him in the random pay-per-view matches, I want him at the top. And he defeats Arengo in 10 minutes and 3 with a flying splash. Better performance in 82 to Arengo's 77. Reason being, of course, the declining physical ability of Naito. So decent pre-show, short, sweet, straight to the point. So I hyped up our two main events for this evening, or I wouldn't even say our main events because the tag match comes third from last. We're hyping up Tag Team Championship match between the Young Bucks and, of course, the original BC, whatever you want to call them, Devitt and Carl Anderson. And of course, we've got Sami Zayn versus Kevin Owens, and because I'm lazy, it just makes it look like it's a six-man tag. But that's your two main matches tonight. We've also got the likes of Adam Cole versus Jimmy Uso. We've also got Francois Goulet, which is one of our regens or new gens, however you wish to call it, that came through, who's taking on Randy Orton. So could he have it to be a legend that's killed? We'll find out. But a B plus 85 regardless gets the show off to a strong start. Crowd's hot, storylines advance. Let's kick the bash off in style. We have six-man tag action, decent matchup, and it was the team of Baron Corbin, Braun Strowman, and Luke Harper who defeated the Masters of Wrestling and AJ Styles in 14:28 when Braun Strowman defeated AJ with a big splash. So a B79, solid six-man to open the show. The three monsters effectively have all rounded up back together. Effectively my Wyatt family, minus Bray Wyatt. I do plan to keep them together for a little bit longer, so it'll be interesting to see who can oppose them at SummerSlam, effectively. So a couple of good ratings in there, mostly from Strowman, Corbin, and Harper. It's certainly Strowman and Corbin probably deserve a main event run, but then again, so many guys do, and unfortunately, the babyface team here are all suffering from that dreaded, that horrible, declining physical ability. And after the matchup, Harper, Corbin, and Strowman just show there's no tandem that can even come close to taking us down. So A90, crowd gets hotter. Who's going to stand in their way? I mean, look at them. Next up, we had the Cruiserweight Championship on the line. Two former friends in action in this one. Obviously, Kofi Kingston, after a run as World Champion pretty much 7 months ago, has properly fallen down the card again, declining physical ability, so I'm putting people over, and Xavier Woods defeats Kofi in 12:06 with the quick cradle, so a bit of you know, a lucky victory. Makes his 7th defence of the Cruiserweight title in a B81. Much better performance from Woods over Kofi. Again, Kofi, poor momentum, inconsistency, declining physical ability. We're really starting to change the card up and hopefully get it into a much better position. So next up we had that decent wrestling match that didn't have much heat, which saw Randy Orton defeat Francois Goulet in 12:48 with a running punt to the head. No RKOs here, B82, and yeah, just a solid performance. You see, Goulet's got a long way to go, and you know, an 86 to 57, but that's good. As I say, working with somebody like Randy Orton can only get him better. He's not a real wrestler, and that's just a random face in the face back. So yeah, overall, he improves technical storytelling match as well. I think it's done its job for a storytelling match that was capped. Good on them. After the match-up, Randy Orton celebrating. Goulet decides, you know what, well done, you beat me. Randy Orton just laughs and refuses the handshake. So another high-profile angle for Francois Goulet in a B+85 as the legend is the killer storyline continues. Basically, I've got nothing for Randy, so I thought this would be a nice idea to promote, an up-and-coming talent, effectively. Next up, you've got tag team action, and the Velveteen Dream comes out to over-the-top entrance, comes out looking excellent, getting the fans right behind them, and that was an A89. And that led to this tag match. It was about that had good wrestling and a decent action from the crowd. 4 talents that are kind of waiting for SummerSlam plans. The team of Marcel Barthel and Velveteen Dream defeat Ricochet and Rusev in 13:43 with another impressive victory for Barthel, or Barthel, however we're going to pronounce it, as he defeats Rusev by submission. So B82, because it's capped with no storyline, but looking at those performances, 87, 89, 94, 80, it's 4 guys, pretty much should be in the main event. Maybe not Barthel, but he's getting there, and that's the plan, a quick push to the main event. And that's probably going to be your future, the main event, but it shows the future of SmackDown's main event scene. But it does show we've got a lot of options down the line, guys that could be the guy instead of just Roman like real life. Next up, bout for the NXT Tag Team Championships, and it was decent wrestling that had not a lot of heat. And the Offers of Pain, Akeem, and Rosales is not Akeem from the... what was his tag team, the Boss Man called? I can't even remember, it's late. But it's Akeem and Razar defeat the team of Bad Influence, Daniels and Kazarian. 11:37 when Akeem defeats Kazarian. It's the 3rd defence of the NXT tag titles. Basically a high profile victory for them to gain some overness. You can see their performance wise. The veterans probably still edge that. But B80, both of them improving skills. A few negatives here again, declining physical ability. So very interesting there. Next up, we've got a promo with Murphy. He's just saying for months and months, hell, even years, he was basically WWE's best kept secret. No one knew about him, no one even gave him a chance. And then him and Carl Anderson decided, let's do this. People started noticing. The mutual, he's going to go and team with Fergal, I get that. I'm on my own, and I'm showing here that I really am that damn good. Johnny Gargano, a very modest guy. In this kind of feud, he's just been a case of, he's here to shut Murphy down and basically stop him running his mouth and talking down on people. So a B+88 and a very high profile match for Murphy. Match itself probably suffered because there wasn't a real storyline behind it. It was a last kind of 2 weeks it was put together because there's plans for Gargano at SummerSlam. A good wrestling match regardless, decent reaction from the crowd, and Murphy picks up the win over Gargano using the ropes for leverage in 14:43, making his 4th US title defence. So you can see there performance wise, Murphy up to an 83, Gargano 86, so hopefully it's a nice sweet overness boost for Murphy, but I feel like him in the right storyline can probably be close to hitting to the high B pluses. Always. Next up, it was a promo from Devitt and Anderson. They were just basically hyping up, we respect the Bucks, are good pals from back in the day. At the end of the day, we only care about ourselves now. We want to make as much money as possible and be remaining champions. That will be the case. So Devitt's performance fantastic. Storyline advances with a B plus 87. Why did I not make this higher? You'll find out shortly. But anyway, it was a good wrestling match with a decent reaction from the crowd, and Anderson and Devitt defeated the Young Bucks in 22-32 when Nick Jackson was disqualified when fighting Fergal Devitt. The reason for this was the Revival came in and attacked both guys. So it's kinda there. I just had to try and put that in there. So Dawson attacking Nick Jackson. So for some reason Anderson and Devitt get the win. It really should have been the Bucks, but okay, cool. But regardless, makes the 7th defence of the title, counts the title defence. Devitt head and shoulders above everyone else. Nick was a weak link. A-star 99, fantastic. It's pretty much near enough a 5-star match. So I think you know where I'm going with this. A lot of good performances. I'll kick into the next segment, which will probably explain why this was as low down in the card it was. Also, that low heat probably affected that for being a 100. Basically, after the matchup, the Bucks are down. Devitt and Anderson are getting shots in, and the Revival are beating up everybody. It's basically a 2v2v2 angle. And that's an A92. I didn't put this as the main event or co-main because I felt the lack of overness onto both Dawson and Wilder wasn't going to be high enough to carry a good rating, but I've been obviously proven wrong here. So it pretty much confirms SummerSlam. You know where I'm going with this one. Devitt and Anderson defend the championships against the Young Bucks and the Revival. This should be a spectacular triple threat match. So overall, pretty decent there, and hopefully this kind of exposure can help the overness of the lesser tag teams in the match. Then come up to our co-main event is Jimmy Uso hyping up promo on Adam Cole. Jimmy Uso basically saying, you know, while I was out inventing myself, my brother, you just sat and done nothing on Raw. So the last couple of months you've had this some sort of resurgence. Well, not on my watch. You ain't making expense at my name, and I'm going to show that this is still the Jimmy Uso Penitentiary. So A91. Match delivers also an A91 with Adam Cole picking up the win in 1933 with a flying crossbody. Adam Cole was off his game as well, which is quite interesting. So possibly could have been a better matchup, but I'm looking forward to, as I say, what's next for Adam Cole, Jimmy Uso. It's hard to say what we've got planned for them, but I think it's time. Adam Cole deserves a run close to the main event, and this will probably be the start of it. Which leads us to our main event. Of course, it wasn't going to be anything else but Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn for the World Heavyweight Championship. Hype video showing Kevin Owens' betrayal and then him cashing in the Money in the Bank contract to win against Roman Reigns and save the championship for the Smackdown brand, A92. Sami's pissed off promo, A94, as just said. So for months and months and months and months, we were teaming together, nearly a full year as champions, and then Kevin does that. It's such a typical Kevin thing. So it's time for me to take something special away from him. And the match itself was superb. Kevin Owens defeats Sami Zayn in 29-29 by pinfall with a handful of the tights, with KO making the second defence of his World Heavyweight title. So A95, spectacular. Both guys with a 90 plus performance. And yeah, just overall very, very good. And end the show with Kevin Owens beating the shit out of Sami Zayn and standing above him with his championship belt. Certainly not the end of this feud. I do have a plan for it at SummerSlam. I'm not going to dwell into that. You can find out. Probably next episode will be SummerSlam. So you'll see where we're going to go with that. But a few ideas in mind for what should be a stacked card. And there's going to be a lot of pissed off wrestlers that aren't going to make the show because it is going to be that stacked. Because you're including Raw, Smackdown, Women's Revolution show, and you'll probably have a couple of NXT Championship matches on the card and in the pre-show as well. So with that being said, popularity increases in 7 regions. A94, Fergal, Carol, and we'll go with Nick Jackson. They can all be pointed out as a good example for their great performance in that matchup. And yeah, just overall spectacular. You know, it's good to know that we've got the wrestlers that can pull out the bag, and there's still others that deserve to be there. Corbin, Strowman, Ricochet, Rusev. There's so many guys that deserve to get close. So let's have a look here. The Bash, fantastic reviews on the network. That's good to see. Drew's back from injury. Teddy DiBiase from AAA. And, well, no, a 10,000 crowd for TNA. Yep, still TNA. That's how long ago this save started. They were still TNA. As they drew nearly 10,000 fans. Holy shit. Well, they're certainly not going out of business anytime soon with that. Especially the money they're throwing around at some wrestlers, try to take them off me. Anyway, Drew's fully fit, we know that. AJ needs to be booked stronger. These have basically been guys who have been jobbing out. Probably need to give them something better than a 4.5.11 TV rating. So yeah, pretty much a good episode. We are now on the road to SummerSlam, so I'll get 5 weeks of build. That's ideal. It'll give me a lot of time to put together a lot of the card and make sure storylines are at the highest heat that they can possibly be. And let's try and see if we can knock them out of the park with an A100 rating, because the prestige should pump that up. And what I might do, because we're obviously fixed financially, is just rattle in a special set, get some celebrities in, maybe not an A-list, a B-list. Nah, make it an A-list. Let's get a legendary back. We don't make it too much like WrestleMania. We'll go a wee bit shorter than that. But yeah, let's probably make it the biggest party of the summer. It's SummerSlam. So size-wise, perfectly fine. We'll just keep going with that. And Murphy, nearly 80 over. So yeah, we could possibly see Murphy World Champion one day. But that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you as always for tuning in. Hope you did enjoy it. I hope you'll join us next week for SummerSlam. Next Sunday, of course, 3 PM UK time. And as always, any comments, subscriptions, likes, all that are deeply appreciated. Any shares, tell your friends, whatever, etc. And of course, don't forget to support other bookers in the Fantasy Bookers subreddit and the Grey Dog software forums. So just watching, guys, much appreciated. Enjoy the rest of your day. And even in real life, we're on the road to SummerSlam. See you then. Bye-bye.